This is your time. This is your turn as we talk about flipping.
Yes.
We're not really flipping here because Goodlatt, he's done.
Right.
So we're just bringing in and ushering in the new blood.
That's right. I
the
love
new
it.
blood. That's the one you go for.
I love it.
Okay?
Thank you so
Right.
much.
All the best.
Thank
Right.
you.
Right.
It has been going great. I'm having a really great time canvassing, coming to all the county fairs and meeting with folks, talking with voters. It's been really exciting and really energizing.
6th District Democratic Congressional candidate Jennifer Lewis is working to win in November. Lewis walked away with nearly 50% of the vote in the congressional primary race. Now she's campaigning by attending numerous meet and greet events. I caught up with Lewis at the Rockingham County Fair. We talked about one of the most controversial endorsements in the congressional races.
It was not coordinated through our campaign at all, but last Sunday night, the son of Congressman Bob Goodlatte, whose seat I'm going for, his son tweeted out his support for our campaign, that he really respected and agreed with our values and our platform, and so he said that he was donating the max amount to our campaign and encouraged other people to donate as well. And I would just love to tell you, you are the first person to get this news, that the majority, even after the very generous donation from Bobby Goodlatte, that we continue to have small donors, that 90% of our donors are small donors. Our average donation is $43. Yeah, we're really excited about that.
I questioned her about the Goodlatte endorsement and campaign contribution coming from a Republican.
We all come from different families. My dad voted for Donald Trump, and I'm a progressive Democrat running for Congress in Virginia. So, despite our political differences, it's still family. And I love my dad the same as if he would have voted for Hillary Clinton or anybody else. So, when I go home for the holidays, my dad and I just don't talk politics. To be honest with you, we throw in a couple jabs here and there, but for the most part, we just leave it off the table. And I really sincerely hope that that's the same way that the Goodlatte family operates, because I believe in the importance of family so much, and it's such a bedrock of my personal life, that it would be really devastating to hear that Bobby's endorsement of us led to any family arguments or any kind of hurt feelings.
Lewis explained the number one complaint she hears from residents is
healthcare, 100%. I was canvassing in Cremora last weekend, and almost every door that I knocked on, and I said, I'm Jennifer Lewis, I'm running for Congress, what's your biggest issue? 95% of the time it was healthcare. People were saying, they're on a fixed income, they're constantly having to make the decision between medications and treatment and follow-up care versus paying rent and buying groceries. So when I was able to tell them, hey, I've been there too, growing up the way that I grew up, having to go to DSS and apply for Medicaid, which I was denied for, and working 3 jobs my entire life, and being a person of the working class, that really resonates with people when I can stand on their doorstep and say, I know exactly what you're going through. So send someone to Washington who knows what you go through, because for far too long, that's exactly what we've been missing in Washington, is the representation of really what Americans are going through.
Lewis admitted she would like to see more people show up at the polls in November.
One thing that I always like to talk about when I get the chance to be on camera is the importance of voting. We have such a low voter turnout rate for the presidential election, let alone congressional, city council, school board. So if I could just make one plea to all the viewers out there, is to register to vote. Of course, I want you to vote for me, but even if you don't, just vote. That's the only way that we will truly have a clear picture of what our district looks like, is if people show up and vote. So register to vote, talk to your kids, talk to your parents. I talked to an 80-year-old man who has never voted before. So people fought and died for the right for us to vote. So please get out there and vote. That's the only way we'll really have the people that we really want representing us in Washington, Richmond, or wherever, is if we show up and vote.
There could be a couple of upcoming debates between Lewis and her opponent, Ben Klein.
I hope so, yes. It sounds like we are talking with the folks who are trying to organize these debates. We have not spoken directly to the Klein campaign about the debates.
And it sounds like she's prepared for the match.
It's just, getting prepared, getting really strong on my stance and my platform, and I've already done my research on my opponent, so I'm looking very much forward to the two of us being on stage together and telling the voters the differences between the two of us, and hopefully folks will go with the right choice and vote for me. I'm hearing people's personal stories and just knowing that I'm the best candidate to go to Washington and address these issues that people are having. When you all send me to Washington, I will truly be the voice of the folks of the 6th District, not special interest groups, not Dominion, not the NRA. I'll be the voice of you all.
In Harrisonburg, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.